Hey, good morning, everybody. Apologies for yesterday. I either have the flu, bronchitis, or a bronchial flu because I sound terrible and I felt terrible and I didn't sleep. So I appreciate everybody joining me today. The great thing about yesterday, and we'll just talk about a quick learning experience, and then I'm going to get right into the SPY because I don't know how long I can go this morning. This morning, you have PCE numbers coming out, durable goods, and home sales. Yesterday, you had GDP numbers which forced the market down. So I'm going to talk about some good trades and bad trades and where I need to improve. And this might help you guys improve as well. Earlier in the week, I was bullish looking for a dead cat bounce. We saw that on Monday, Tuesday. I was in energy. That was the only thing I felt secure about energy this week, the XLE. So what happened? The XLE, my strategy was for go to 87. It went to I think 87. However, I sold too quickly. Same with my Apple puts going into yesterday. I was so happy my account was up 200% at open like that I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm out. I don't want to ride the elevator. However, the market got beat up yesterday. The SPY went as low as 374, like 80 something. Apple went to 130 and change. My exit strategy on Apple was 131. So why the heck did I get out of Apple at 133? Again, I made the 200%. So I was kind of like in shock. However, I could have made 500% on that trade. So if you're struggling, understand it's a struggle for everybody, but we're here to make money. So I told myself in my next positions, I must give myself more time to be right. Again, earlier in the week, I was bullish energy, XLE. I was correct. I exited out at like 84.10. It went up to 87. My strategy was 87. Boeing, I was in the 187.50 calls. Boeing went up to 197 before the downturn yesterday. Again, I exited out around like 191. So it's about leaving money on the table and giving yourself enough time to be correct. And then the two last trades, SPXS, right, which I entered into at 36 cents. It went all the way down to 9 cents before popping yesterday to $75 per contract. I got out at 70 on that one. So thank goodness I held that one. And then again, the Apple puts that I was in, I was expecting Apple to go to 131 yesterday. Yes, even when Apple was at 136, I was like, it has rejection at 135. It's coming down. If the market gives up, GDP numbers come in and upset some people, thinking that the Fed still has to be very aggressive, then Apple's going back to 131. Great prediction. Happened. I exited out 200%. I left 500% on the table. That's what the trade was supposed to be. It's supposed to be a 600% return trade. All right, with that said, let's get to some news stories. Strike in Apple stores in Australia because workers don't think they're getting fair conditions. Let's remember Apple workers striked in Eastern Europe, not too long ago, probably a month ago. So a lot of people hear that and it sounds bad for Apple. But understand, if the market does pump up and we have some type of Santa rally, and I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I will give you some guidance on the ranges that you're looking for. But the point is, if the market goes up, Apple's going to go up with it. All right, Google, which is YouTube, also just signed a deal with the NFL for $15 billion to present Sunday Ticket. That's an amazing deal for Google. I'm sure they will reap the benefits of that. Elon came out and he said, I'm not selling any more Tesla stock until at least 2024. Okay. Now, does that mean Tesla is going to pop? It doesn't. Again, Tesla's going to move more or less with the market. And yes, I understand Tesla was extremely beaten up. Let's remember Tesla puts. Tesla was 188, 192. I got into some puts at 155. And I said, I don't think it's going to hit 155, but I do think it's going to go down and I'll make some profit. Well, shit. I mean, I had to sell last week, but Tesla is down to 126 or 127 today. So people say, what's the true number for Tesla? Can it go lower? If the markets give back more of their gains, okay, from where we bounced from on the 364 level, then yes, Tesla's going to bounce higher as well. Kathy's buying a shitload. Other institutional investors are buying it for the long term. Gary Black, who's been a long-term supporter, believes Tesla's true value is still going to be $800 a share. If you look at the charts on Tesla and there is a pullback in the market, understand Tesla could go down to like $84. Yeah, not today, not tomorrow, but you're talking about Apple would have to be at 100, Tesla would have to be at $84, Amazon would probably be in like the $64 range or something like that. So you're talking about the whole market getting beat up pretty significantly. All right, with that said, let's just remember the Santa Claus rally, which I'm not sure is going to happen this year. And you're like, dude, of course it's not going to happen. The market's shit. Let's remember the Santa Claus rally last year was a 3-day rally, right? 3 days, and the market gained 7%. All right, so we're not done trading for the year. So just to assume the worst and we're in a bear market, no Santa rally, or to assume Santa rally is just ridiculous. You have to see how it plays out. But understand, Santa Claus rally was 3 days, 7%. So going into yesterday, we'll talk about the SPY, my predictions, where I see the SPY going today. And when I say the SPY, I mean the S&P, the market. So take what you take out of it. We spoke about the SPY, and I'll go over the levels. And if you want to write them down, you can. They haven't changed. We'll start on the low side, 368. First time I mentioned a number with a 3.6 in front of it. 368. I normally start at 371, which was the next level higher. How you use these levels. If the SPY breaks a level and loses support, assume it is going down to the next level. Just because it breaks level, you're like, oh, it's going to turn here. It's going to turn here. No, there are some key levels of support. And I'm going to go over and you can see that. All right, so 371, 375 is a key level. Understand, we broke about 20 cents under 375. When we break above a key level or below, it's usually like 20, 30 cents. So if we look at the SPY yesterday, the low was what? 374. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, everybody. SPY yesterday, the low was 374.77. Okay. So we'll just talk about the downside because I guess PCE numbers came in and the market decided to sell off. Do I believe the sell-off? We're back at 379.85. It doesn't matter because I'm going to tell you the support levels. So if the SPY does find support at a level, you'll be like, okay, it's going higher. It's going to the next level. When it hits that level and you see rejection, you're like, okay, they won't let it go past this level. I'm going to sell my calls, buy puts, because it's likely going back down to the next level. It's going to bounce in between, okay? So I'm going to give you my bull case scenario and bear case scenario, but first the ranges. 368 on the downside. Next level higher is 371. We didn't see that yesterday. Next level higher is 375. We saw that yesterday. It went slightly there under, but bounced off 375. And you saw it bounce pretty quickly because we hit 380. All right, the next level up is 378. So we obviously broke right through 378, no holds barred there, and went all the way up to 380. Understanding rejections at 381. So the fact that we closed at 380.72 tells me we haven't surpassed 381. Next level higher, 385, followed by 388, followed by 392.50. So here's how I would plan today, okay? I would say to myself, bull case scenario, okay? We're sitting at 380.27 pre-market, so 380. I say to myself, key support or rejection has been 381. So I'm going to watch the market open. Again, we know the market's volatile open, blah, 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 blah. If I see support at 381, again, I'm not a bull. I'm just giving you a bull case scenario. If I see support at 381, I'm going to tell myself that the market is going up to 385. Whether it happens today or it happens on Monday, I don't know. But I can tell you like a 2-day span, if the market is bullish, we're going to see 385. If you see and break 385, you could actually go to 388. Now, understand, that would be the start of a Santa Claus rally. If we closed at 380 and we go up to 386 today, 387 today, start of a bull rally. Oh, shit, we hit Monday. We go to 392. Bull rally, 395. There you go. And we press 400 at the end of the year. That is your bull rally. We go from 380 to 400 in the next week. Okay, that's your Santa Claus rally. Bear case scenario. Okay, bear case scenario is we hit the 381. It rejects, goes a little past whatever, but it doesn't break 382. So it's back at 381. If that happens and you do not see it break 382 and all of a sudden the market starts turning and then it sells off a little and sells off a little more, where are we going? We're going back to 378. So again, if you see the SPY reject 381.90, 381.50, 382.23, whatever you see it reject, and again, you'll see things like double tops, triple tops. That means the market's going up. It tries to break through, rejects, goes down, down, down. Tries to break through a second time. No, rejects, goes down and down. Tries to break through a third time. So that's like a double top, a triple top. You could see the same for support. If the market gets thrown up on and then bounces from the bottom and then goes back down and tests it and then bounces again, double bottom, either one. So understand, that's how I trade. I don't like to play in no man's land. I don't like to jump in at market open. We've got someone on Discord that's great at market open. Romeo loves to trade between 9:30 and 10:30. We've got Tukey on the West Coast. Dude doesn't wake up till like 10 a.m., but he's a sniper. He is amazing, great at calling market direction reversal. Why am I telling you this? Because you could join our Discord. The link should be below at some point. Join the Discord. Now, I made a posting on Discord yesterday. Let me just read it to everybody so that you understand how to use our Discord, because a lot of people are like, I'm confused. I'm old school. I don't use shit like that. I don't even use Twitter. I mean, there are so many different reasons, excuses. So, bunch of new faces. I do my pre-market on YouTube, drop a video at 9 a.m. on Discord. Romeo's got killer trades. He teaches, he offers lessons. Tukey's a sniper, calling market direction reversal. And Love, real life professor, amazing teacher, great strategy, great analytics. And then we also offer Trading Ticks. Yeah, Trading Ticks, the same service that people pay $50 a month. You get all of that and our added bonus and the trader chat and all those algo and flow rooms for $34.99. And if you sign up before the end of December, it's 50% off. Okay, so that's that. We spoke about Santa Rally, Elon, Apple, PCE. I want to know how PCE numbers came in. Again, the market threw up, but it already recovered pre-market. So I'm going to go with bull case scenario, bear case scenario for today. My bull case scenario is we might test 378 again on the downside. And if we test 378, I think we're going to see 386. Okay. So my bull case scenario for those people that believe they want to be bullish today, you're not buying options at open. Why? Because there's the additional time. If your options expire Friday and you're doing Lotto Friday, your options expire at 4 p.m. So if you can get in and the SPY's at the same level 3 hours from now, understand you're going to pay a lot less for your option than at market open, no matter if it's an ETF option or a stock option or something like that. Again, bull case scenario on the SPY, we drop down at some point, test the 378 and change, and we end up going up to 386. Yes, an extremely volatile day. I think today will be a great day for trading, however you look at it. On the downside, I've talked about bull case, bull case, bull case. We have people on the platform that are going to sell every spike in the market, that are still long-term bears, and understand we are still in a bearish channel going down. So that's a great strategy. It's a simple strategy to have unless you think we're having a Santa Claus rally. But let's continue to be bears, okay? So they say every time the market spikes, I'm going to look for a rejection at the top, no matter if it's NVIDIA, Apple, IBM, Intel, Tesla, whatever it is. I mean, Tesla had some strong purchasing the past 2 days when Kathy from ARK was buying Tesla. However, where did we finish each day? Worse than the previous day. Again, I mentioned Tesla when Tesla was $310. I did a YouTube video and I said their forward PE was 72. And if it were to fall more in line with even heavy tech companies, it's got to be 32, 30, 29, something to that extent. I just want to look where Tesla's forward PE is right now. There it is. Forward PE, 31. So down from 72 to 31. And people think they might beat earnings next year and things of that nature. Okay, so bear case scenario. What could I see happen? We'll go back to some people on our Discord are going to sell every spike in the SPY. So I would look for a rejection in the SPY. Let's say the market comes strong out of the gate. It's like 381, 382, 383. And people are like, oh, it's one of those days. It's just going to pop. Again, if you're a bull, congratulations, more power to you. That's what you're hoping for. However, if you're a bear, you're looking for the proper entry. So I know that the SPY tends to reject at $383.23. Remember, plus or minus 20 cents. So I would be looking for 383. Now, again, it's Friday, manipulation, light volume, right before the holiday. So understand they can do whatever they want in the market. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this week, dead cat bounce. Was I a believer? No. And the market was ripping higher. The SPY was ripping higher. Apple, NVIDIA, everything was ripping higher. And I'm like, I disagree. And here's the strategy behind that. Tax harvesting, which means if you lost money this year in the market, you sell your stock, you claim the loss against a previous gain, and you get tax refund, or you don't have to pay taxes, or your taxes get lowered for what you're going to pay for the current year. So a lot of financial advisors are telling their clients to do that. Understand the NASDAQ was down 33% this year. The Dow in the last quarter, meaning the last 3 months, October, November, December, is up 15%. So say you're getting crushed in a Dow stock. What do you want to do? It's up 15% in December. I want to sell and I want to rebuy in January. That's what a lot of people are going to do. So me, Santa Claus rally, it's hard to believe. I would be more apt to see a continuation and maybe another dead cat bounce or so, maybe the first or second week in January. Meaning we struggle, we drop, we struggle, we drop. Okay, beginning of January for a 2 or 3 day rally, boom, we're back up to like 386, 390 on the SPY, and then we start the same pattern again. Understand, things look extremely similar to 2008 right now. Now, 2008, of course, that was the last time we went into recession. It was an extremely tough year. Not a lot of traders, and you guys remember that. Why? 2008, 14 years ago. 14 years ago, some of you were like, what, 10 years old, 8 years old, 16 years old? You didn't give a shit about the market. Recession, you didn't care. You just asked your parents, hey, can I get some money to go out with my friends? They weren't like, sit down, let me explain what recession is. Recession's this, housing market's here, your dad's losing his job, your mom's taking. They never spoke about that. Your parents used to have your upbringing as special as possible. Okay, so again, spoke about my SPY predictions. I'm just going to see if we have any questions. If my voice was better, I would totally look at some of the stocks. So I'm just going to pick a couple. Netflix, I would stay away from Netflix, both calls and puts, all right? I know that there are some people that are heavily bearish Netflix. On the contrary, I actually know 2 institutional buyers. Well, I know one, and then he told me his other buddy at a different firm was buying. And they've been buying Netflix since I think it was 185, which it's not far from 185. Well, is it Netflix far from 185? I don't know. Where's Netflix at? 297. Maybe it was 285. Let's just see. 185 is a possibility. It could have been. No, I don't. Well, yeah, it could have been a possibility all the way back to June. So he's been buying it. I guess, anyway, I'll stay away from Netflix. Okay, NVIDIA is crazy important. NVIDIA goes to the markets. I actually still like the chip sector. Interesting, Taiwan Semiconductor is going to build a plant in Europe. We have a new plant coming in, I think it's Arizona. So we're trying to be more dependent on U.S. suppliers and European suppliers rather than looking to China. So let me just look at NVIDIA real quick. The other day, I mentioned that I thought we could go down to, where were we? 158. We were 166, and somebody asked me about NVIDIA, and I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure we can go down to 158. Should we way past that? We went down to 148 where NVIDIA found a base. I'm just going to look back. Understand, going under, wow, I mean, where can NVIDIA potentially go? 142 if you're in a downtrend. Okay, if you want to be a bear in NVIDIA, 142, and it's going to battle every way. At 144, it'll have support. At 146, it'll have support. So if you're a bear in NVIDIA, you're going to see 148 to 146 support, right? Then 146 to 144 support. And then all the way on the bottom, I could see NVIDIA going to 142. Bear market only. If I had to pick what I was going to play for NVIDIA, just looking at the charts, yeah, I mean, again, 142 is my bear side prediction. If we get some type of 2 or 3 day rally prior to the end of the year, I could see NVIDIA popping up to 163, 164 again. So again, you're talking about, if it's 164, you're talking about a 10-point move, 8%. So it's got 8% upside. As far as a downside move, again, if it went, yeah, I mean, you're talking about 11 points. You're talking like 7%. So NVIDIA has a 7% upside and a 7% downside based on the market. So again, if the bear market continues, you could see NVIDIA at 142. If the bull market goes for a couple of days, you could see 148. All right, we'll take a look at Meta as well. Now, Meta, remember Meta was 114. Then it got some analysts that made a pump of Meta. Oh, we like Meta, 180 price target, 150 price target, 160 price target. I said manipulation. In fact, I posted manipulation on Twitter, Moomoo, Weeble. What happened that day? Man, they took Meta up to 124 off light volume. So Meta right now is 117. We went down to 114 yesterday. Again, all of these charts are going to look similar. Meta, NVIDIA, Netflix, they're all top tech, heavily institutionalized investing. So, I mean, Meta's going to go with the market. Again, we have people on our Discord that are saying, I'm going to sell every spike in the market because we still are in a bear market and shit's going down. Now, I agree with that, right? I completely agree with that. However, I don't let my emotions get the best of me. I say I have an open mind. And if for some reason they want to start the Santa Claus rally, I know what to expect. Again, I'd be looking for support at 381 at the SPY, and we're opening probably under 380, right? At 380 and change on the SPY. So again, you're going to look for support. Oh, it's 382 now. Excellent. So I'm looking at support at 381. Now that we're past there, I'm looking to see if 383.23, it's a very specific number, 383.23. I want to see if it acts as resistance, meaning it can't break through, can't go any higher, or if it turns into support, and then we see the 386 number today. So I'm paying special attention. I'm not going to trade between 9:30 and 10:30. Romeo does that on the platform. Love's been killing it. Love's $500 account. Remember, she was only trading SPX, right? She's only trading the S&P. I think she opened the account 2 weeks ago. $500 to $3,500 last week. That same $3,500 is at $9,500. So $500 to $9,500. That's like a 20 to 1 return. Let's say 19 to 1 return. That's crazy. 1,900% in 2 weeks. I mean, more power to Love. I'd like to compliment her. Again, Tuki's been killing it. Okay, I see thoughts on Ape. I can't make comments on Ape because Ape is more of a meme stock. We all know that. We saw AMC get beat up at $7.77 as it was ripping higher. I said, I'm not seeing the crazy volume. I'm not seeing the crazy volume, and it could go back down to $5. And AMC this morning, and I know Ape is different, and AMC just raised money. So I'm going to look at AMC real quick first. Yeah, it's under $5. It's $4.66, down 5% pre-market, down to $4.11 yesterday. The market valuations under $2 billion. Remember, this was a $12 billion company before the pandemic. When the pandemic started, it was a $4 billion company. Now it's $2.5 billion company, and they're raising more money, or they just completed their raise, which got people interested in the preferred stock, Ape, which is up to 172 pre-market. I think it ripped 75% yesterday. It's up 44% today. So yeah, why can Ape continue to rip? It can continue to rip because when we look at the free float at 516 million shares, it's $1. So you're talking about a 500 million free float capitalization. Well, that actually could rip probably 200 to 300% higher. Again, I wouldn't buy Ape, but would it surprise me to see Ape move to like a 250 or 260 range off those crazy cats that like to buy Ape and AMC? No, it wouldn't surprise me, but I wouldn't be chasing it. I wouldn't get in at 170. If I got in before close at $1.10 yesterday, okay, I'd ride that shit up. I would get out with half my position, probably at $2, and see if it can make it to $3. Every dollar I would take a little more off the plate. Yeah, please, everybody, hit the like button, support the channel. Crazy important. I'll just show that one right there. We'll get to Cat in a second. But everything YouTube does is analytics. Myself, Carlos, anybody that joins me, we don't really get paid from YouTube. I do this to help the average retail trader. So people are like, some things I think I'm good. Some people think I'm good. Some people like what I say. But the point is, please share the link with your friends. Tell them I'm on here every morning at 8:30. Please give a thumbs up. Make a comment. If you make a comment, YouTube picks up the analytics, shows it to more people. You know, we're not asking for any money like that. You want to, you know, anyway. All right, let's get after that. Okay, so let's look at Cat now. Somebody asked me to look at Cat. Again, Caterpillar was a purchase for me in one of my accounts at $202. Would I chase it? And that was stock only. I just thought it was pretty beaten up. I'm looking at Caterpillar. Again, Caterpillar, like NVIDIA, Netflix, it's going to move with the market. Now, here's the thing about Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a leading Dow stock. The Dow is up 15% this month. The Dow will be stronger than the NASDAQ. The Dow are safer investments than the NASDAQ, especially when you're looking at the 2-year, the 10-year, and the U.S. dollar. Okay, as U.S. dollar, 2-year, 10-year go up, tech gets hurt more, okay? As far as Dow plays, they usually do a little better. So Dow plays will be like materials, airlines. Airlines have been beaten up the past couple of days. However, people have been buying Boeing. So I think the airlines are lagging a little. So I would be actually looking at maybe like Delta Airlines. That's one that I'm looking at $33. But I'm looking at Caterpillar now. I'm going back to the 5-day chart. Again, would not surprise me if Caterpillar, let's just see where we go up to. Yeah, I mean, Caterpillar is close to its all-time high. Yep. Caterpillar is right around its all-time high. So if I were going to be bullish on a stock, it would be like a Caterpillar. It would be like a Boeing, okay? If I was going to be bearish on a stock, you want to look at stocks that got extremely beaten up. Tech struggles, buy now, pay later. I'd be looking at Upstart, Affirm, right? They've both been beaten up. We look at Carnival, which is a Dow stock. However, so many downgrades on Carnival. Man, if you wanted a killer return yesterday, you could have bought the Carnival. I think it was the $8 puts or the $7 puts. I think it was the $8 puts. I don't think Carnival went that low. But the point is, Carnival, you could have bought those puts for $3. They went up to $75. So people that are talking about lottery plays, they're not only on Fridays. You find a stock and someone downgraded Carnival to $6 and it opened close to $8. Yesterday, the market was beat up, right? If you bought those puts at open, 4 cents, 3 cents, even as low as 2 cents, up to $75. Talk about a 2,500% return. So if you're like, oh, these home runs never come, they're so hard. Understand when you're trying to hit a home run, you're looking for a stock that you think can drop 7 or 8% in a day. Maybe it gets a downgrade. Maybe it gets an upgrade and the market's beaten up. So it gets an upgrade or something to that extent. But you're looking for it when it's doing the opposite. So as Carnival is spiking on open, you're saying, nah, it's a piece of shit. I'm buying puts that expire on Friday. Tomorrow, I'll go way out of the money and I'll spend $4 a contract and I'll buy 100 of them. Great. You spend $400. When it goes up to $75, even you could sell it at $70, you sell $170. Good. There's 400 into 7,000. Okay. So when you say I can't trade a small account, I only have a couple $100. Shit, you don't need to put 400 in Carnival. You need to find a good trade. $100, great. $100 turns into 2,500. Now your account, which is at 400, you only use the 100. You're all the way up to $2,900. So there is a way to make money there. So Caterpillar, I mean, it's close to an all-time high. Is Caterpillar going to throw up? Let's say the market turns bearish and we head towards recession. Caterpillar is going to find support right in the $212 to $218 range. Let's say the market turns around. We have a 3-day Santa rally. Guess what? Caterpillar is going to hit an all-time high. It's going to break 242, 245, somewhere in that, maybe 247. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, Tukey's going to be trading this morning. That's awesome. So I'm excited for that. So again, Tukey's a sniper. So when I might make 1 or 2 trades a day, this dude's making 11 trades a day. Cash account. He's in, he's out, he's trimming, securing profit. And if you're following his room in our Discord, I mean, his timing's impeccable. All right, money for nothing. Let's check out Wynn. Again, Wynn is going to move with the airlines and things of that nature. Elliott Group investing, took a minority stake. I don't trust China. So China, here's the thing. China, I've heard that their COVID outbreaks are going off the hook. Ridiculously high. The Chinese government saying, go to work anyway. Understand, Wynn generates a majority of their revenue from Macau gaming. If China somehow locks down Macau, and let's remember, when Wynn got their license renewed by Macau, and so did the other companies, all those companies' stocks shot up. Remember, they were Wynn was at like $71. Then it went as high as where? Like 88 or something. Let's see. Yeah, probably $88. Stayed there for quite some time. There was some good outflow yesterday, but that kind of makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at Wynn's chart, it looks like bullish case scenario. It's going to bounce back up to $88. That's if you get kind of a dead cat bounce or a good end of the year run. If we get an average day and just today is green and you're not even worried about next week, I could see Wynn bouncing up to possibly like $83 or $84. Again, that's assuming a green day today. If today is a red day, then yeah, Wynn's got somewhere to fall. Wynn probably finds support right at under $80, like $79.80. So again, if I'm in Wynn puts and I see the market going down, I'm going to get out of them around $78 to $79. If I want to get involved with Wynn calls, and again, the volume on Wynn isn't crazy, so I don't mess around with Wynn. With that said, it's almost 9 a.m. I'm going to head over to Discord. I appreciate everybody hanging with me. Again, you could join our Discord. You get 50% off, but you got to do it by the end of the year. So I think you have 7 more days. Please share this video with your friends if you found it helpful. Make a comment. I love comments and feedback. Matt, hey, can you talk about this tomorrow? Hey, can you answer this question? I don't understand something. I'm here to help. Appreciate everybody that gave thumbs up today. I can see all of them. Thank you so much. And again, see everybody on Discord. Have a great